Chosen one, stop scrolling. There's a truth your spirit has been trying to reveal to you, and today, you're finally ready to hear it. You obeyed when everyone else rebelled. You listened when others mocked the voice of God. And now, whether you see it or not, He is quietly funding your destiny in ways that will make sense only when the blessings start overflowing. You didn't choose this path. This path chose you. And the moment you said yes, heaven rearranged itself to open doors no human could ever shut. People will say it's luck, but you'll know it's divine strategy. The moment your obedience set you apart. You've always wondered why you could never blend in, why your spirit felt allergic to the wrong environments. It wasn't because you were weak. It was because you were marked. Every time you walked away from what others ran toward, your obedience separated you. It purified your path. It positioned you for supernatural resources. Others heard the same warnings you heard. But you were the only one who took them seriously. You were the only one who chose discipline over distraction. And heaven took note. Now the blessings chasing you are not random. They are rewards. The test you passed in secret. Nobody saw you closing doors that weren't good for your soul. Nobody saw you fasting from toxic relationships. Nobody saw the nights where you cried, surrendered, and still didn't quit. But God saw everything. And every hidden sacrifice became spiritual currency. That's why you survived seasons others collapsed under. That's why you're rising while others are stuck. You passed tests nobody knew you were taking. And now you're stepping into results nobody saw coming. The reason they couldn't follow you. You tried to bring people with you. You tried to warn them. You tried to guide them. But they weren't built for the altitude you're heading toward. Some mocked your spiritual discipline. Some laughed at your faith. Some said you were doing too much. But now they're watching you unlock blessings they can't access, because obedience is a key, and you were the only one who carried it. You weren't ahead because you're better. You were ahead because you listened. The shift in the spirit realm. Chosen one, the moment you obeyed, the spiritual realm shifted. Your name was spoken in rooms you've never entered. Angels were assigned to your path. Resources were prepared before you could even think to ask for them. Your obedience didn't just move you forward. It activated divine funding, unexpected opportunities, sudden financial breakthroughs, unexplainable protection. People showing up to help you with no reason except, I felt led to. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is kingdom provision. When you walked away from what others ran to, you didn't follow the crowd. And for a while that made you feel lonely. But heaven celebrates those who walk alone to stay aligned. You said no when your flesh wanted to say yes. You walked away from temptations others drowned in. You rejected shortcuts others lived by. And because you chose purity over popularity, heaven is now choosing you for blessings others will only witness from afar. Your obedience is paying you back with interest. The secret favor on your name. There's a reason doors are beginning to open effortlessly. There's a reason people respect you without knowing your story. There's a reason opportunities chase you more than you chase them. It's because obedience carries an aroma, a spiritual fragrance. Those connected to God can sense it. Those threatened by your calling can smell it too. That's why some love you and others fear you. Your spirit exposes what theirs tried to hide. Supernatural funding activated. Chosen one, listen closely. You are stepping into a season where God Himself is about to sponsor your next move. Ideas will come that carry their own provision. People will appear just when resources seem low. Doors will open exactly when your faith stretches thin. This is divine timing. This is supernatural supply. This is God saying, "You obeyed when they didn't. Now let me show you what obedience unlocks, why your yes carried more weight than theirs." Chosen one, there's a reason your obedience triggered blessings that never activated for them. Your yes wasn't casual. It came from a wounded heart, a tested spirit, a purified soul. You didn't say yes because you wanted something from God. You said yes because you belonged to Him. And the heavens responded to that authenticity. Many people obey only when it benefits them. You obeyed even when it broke you. You obeyed even when it cost you relationships, comfort, and sleep. You obeyed when you were tired, confused, and lonely. That's why your yes shook the spiritual realm. Because it came from a place of truth. The reason you couldn't compromise. Every time you tried to follow the crowd, your spirit felt heavy. Every time you attempted to dim your light, God exposed you again. You weren't allowed to compromise, because compromised souls can't carry divine assignments. Your calling required separation. Your purpose required cleansing. Your future required discipline. Others could play with sin and walk away untouched. You couldn't. Others could lie, betray, manipulate, and still sleep peacefully. You couldn't. Your guilt wasn't punishment. It was protection. When God blocked what you thought you wanted. Chosen one, remember the doors that slammed in your face. The relationships that ended so painfully. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers. You thought you were losing. But you were being redirected. Protected. Preserved. Some things didn't work out because your obedience was too expensive to waste on the wrong environments. God didn't reject your prayers. He rejected your destruction. The lonely season that built your spirit. There was a season where it felt like heaven went silent. You prayed, but answers didn't come. You cried, but comfort felt distant. You obeyed, but life didn't seem to reward you. That season wasn't punishment. It was spiritual training. God was strengthening your roots. He was sharpening your discernment. He was detoxing your spirit from everything that diluted your calling. You didn't understand it then. But now your spirit is unshakable because that season made you unbreakable. What they secretly envy in you. People didn't envy your life. They envied your resilience. They envied your purity. They envied your discipline. They envied how you kept standing even after life tried to break you. They saw you lose everything, yet somehow keep your soul intact. They don't understand it. They never will. Because what's protecting you isn't human strength. It's divine obedience. The world tried to dim you. God is about to exalt you. You were overlooked, underestimated, rejected, ignored. People counted you out. But heaven counted you in. You weren't meant to shine in their environment. You were meant to shine in a divine assignment. And now your obedience is positioning you for visibility, favor, and honor. Not because you demanded it, but because you earned it in silence. The new season you're entering. Chosen one, a shift is unfolding. A new dimension is opening for you. A realm where blessings will find you before you even ask. Where answers will appear before you form the question. Where provision will meet you before the need arises. This is not manifestation. This is not luck. This is divine sponsorship. This is heaven repaying you for every moment you obeyed without applause, the anointing that makes you untouchable. Chosen one, your obedience didn't just bless you, it anointed you. It wrapped you in a spiritual covering that enemies can sense before you even speak. That's why some people backed away without explanation. That's why some grew uncomfortable around you for no reason. Your presence exposes what their spirit tried to hide. You carry a protection they can't penetrate, a favor they can't compete with, a light they can't dim. It isn't arrogance, it's assignment. You're not ordinary, and heaven has made that very clear. The future they can't follow you into. Everyone who walked away was supposed to. Everyone who betrayed you had to. Everyone who tried to stop you was used to strengthen you. They were stepping stones, not soul connections. Temporary characters, not permanent companions. Your destiny required a level of purity their energy couldn't travel with. You didn't lose people, you shed weight. God is elevating you, and elevation always demands separation. Some couldn't survive the altitude you're rising into. The real reason God trusts you. Obedience isn't easy. But you made it your lifestyle. You didn't obey because you wanted rewards. You obeyed because you wanted alignment. And that's why God trusts you with influence, authority, and spiritual insight others aren't ready for. He knows you won't misuse your gifts. He knows you won't betray your calling. He knows you won't worship the blessing more than the blesser. That level of trust is rare. And you earned it through consistency. The path you cleared with your sacrifice. Some curses broke because you obeyed. Some generational patterns ended because you refused to repeat them. Some spiritual attacks failed because your spirit chose alignment over rebellion. You weren't just obeying for yourself. You were obeying for your bloodline, for the children you will one day raise, for the souls connected to your purpose. Your obedience is cleansing your lineage in ways you don't even realize yet. The weapons formed against you that couldn't prosper. Chosen one, you have no idea how many traps were set for you. How many plans were whispered behind your back. How many people smiled at your face but prayed for your downfall in their heart. But every weapon malfunctioned. Every scheme collapsed. Every attack backfired. Not because you fought harder, but because your obedience placed divine armor on you. God didn't let them touch you because He saw where you were heading. The divine timing you're walking into. Chosen one, your life is about to make sense. Everything that felt delayed will feel accelerated. Everything that felt denied will feel released. Everything that felt confusing will become clear. The season you're entering isn't random. It's the season your obedience prepared you for. And heaven doesn't bless halfway. When God funds your destiny, He funds it fully. The breakthrough your spirit has been feeling. You've been sensing a shift. You've been feeling a pull. You've been having dreams, signs, synchronicities that don't feel normal. That's confirmation. Your spirit is ahead of your reality. Breakthrough arrives spiritually before it arrives physically. And your spirit is already touching what your hands are about to receive. You are closer than you think. Closer than you've ever been. The blessings that are chasing you now. Chosen one, you've entered a realm where you don't chase blessings, blessings chase you. Your obedience created a spiritual magnet around your life. The right people, the right opportunities, the right breakthroughs, they're being pulled toward you with divine precision. You don't have to force anything anymore. What's meant for you is already traveling in your direction. God is orchestrating connections behind the scenes. He is aligning conversations you haven't heard yet. He is preparing hearts that will recognize your value instantly. This is the season where effort meets ease. Because obedience already did the heavy lifting. The spiritual rank you earned without noticing. People think spiritual rank comes from titles, knowledge, or outward confidence. but heaven ranks you based on obedience, based on sacrifice, based on purity of intention. Your rank increased in the moments you stayed silent instead of clapping back, in the moments you forgave instead of retaliating, in the moments you walked away instead of proving yourself. These small choices elevated you in the spirit realm more than you know. That's why demons react to your presence, why people feel intimidated without understanding why. Your spirit outranks their ego. The reason God kept you hidden. There was a time you felt invisible, unnoticed, unappreciated, forgotten. But God wasn't ignoring you, He was hiding you. He was shielding you from the wrong eyes. He was protecting you from premature exposure. He was covering you while He prepared the stage. Had He elevated you earlier, wrong people would have attached themselves to your blessings. Now your season of hiding is ending, and everything hidden is about to be revealed with glory. The moment God said enough, there came a point where the heavens declared, the attacks must stop, the suffering ends here. And instantly, the spiritual warfare that once felt endless began to lose power. Enemies got tired. Obstacles lost their strength. Cycles broke, not because you fought harder, but because your obedience satisfied the requirement. God stepped in because you proved yourself faithful. Now the suffering that once shaped you will never return to break you. The new alignments entering your life. Chosen one, you're about to meet people who feel like destiny. People whose spirit recognizes yours instantly. People who don't compete with you, they complement you. People who don't drain you, they pour into you. These are divine connections. Heaven-sent helpers. Spiritual allies. Your obedience removed the wrong people, so God could replace them with the right ones. You're about to experience relationships that carry peace, power, and purpose. The level they can't reach without obedience. People will try to imitate your glow, your confidence, your aura, your wisdom, but they won't sustain it because imitation can't replace obedience. They'll wonder why doors open for you but slam shut for them. They'll wonder why you attract good things while they attract chaos. They'll wonder why your life flows while theirs fights. It's simple. Your alignment unlocked authority. Your discipline unlocked access. Your obedience unlocked elevation, the wealth God is trusting you with. Financial doors are opening because you can be trusted with more. Heaven doesn't pour abundance into undisciplined hands, but you have proven through obedience that you can handle increase. Money won't control you. Success won't corrupt you. Power won't transform you into someone you're not. This is why God is funding your life now. Not because you asked, but because you're ready. The energy shift others can feel in you. Chosen one, people can sense that something about you has changed. They don't know the whole story, but your spirit is louder than your words. Your presence feels stronger. Your energy feels calmer. Your aura feels protected. This shift didn't happen overnight. It happened when your obedience aligned with your purpose. Your spirit is glowing with clarity, and the world can feel it even if they can't explain it. Some admire it. Some fear it. But all of them notice it. The supernatural signs confirming your next level. You've been seeing signs. Numbers repeating. Dreams becoming clearer. People showing up at the right time. Unexpected opportunities forming without effort. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. The universe is rearranging itself according to your obedience. Heaven is signaling that the next chapter is already unlocked. Your spirit feels it before your mind understands it. That's how you know breakthrough is near. The The doors opening because you quit. There were moments where giving up seemed easier. Moments where silence felt heavy. Moments where you questioned if obedience was worth it. But you didn't quit. You didn't fold. You didn't break. Now the doors opening for you are not favors. They are spiritual receipts. Proof that perseverance pays. Proof that obedience multiplies. Proof that God honors endurance. The power you carry without saying a word. Chosen one, you don't need to speak loudly to be felt. Your presence is enough. Your spirit communicates what your mouth doesn't have to. People sense your strength before you show it. They sense your purity before you explain it. They sense your purpose even when you hide it. This is what divine obedience births. A quiet authority. A silent power. A presence so aligned that darkness cannot stand near it. The territory you're about to take over. Your assignment is expanding. Your influence is stretching. Your voice is rising. You're stepping into spaces your ancestors only dreamed of. This isn't random elevation, it's inherited purpose. Obedience didn't just move you forward. It unlocked spiritual territory that belongs to you. Territory your bloodline wasn't strong enough to enter before. But you were chosen to break through. To expand. To elevate everything attached to your name. The divine speed coming to your life. What once took you months will take days. What once took years will take moments. You are entering a season of divine acceleration. Not because you're rushing, but because heaven is pushing you forward. Acceleration happens when obedience aligns perfectly with timing. And for the first time in a long time, you're in the right place, at the right moment, with the right spirit. Now watch how fast things shift. The peace that comes from being aligned. You used to worry, overthink, stress, feel overwhelmed. Not anymore. Now your peace is coming from a deeper place. From knowing you're walking exactly where God needs you. From understanding that obedience protects you. From trusting that every step is guided. You're not peaceful because life is perfect. You're peaceful because you're aligned. The blessings coming from unexpected sides. Chosen one, get ready for blessings you didn't see coming. Opportunities you never asked for. People who help you without motives. Breakthroughs that appear out of nowhere. This is God funding your calling. He is sending resources from directions you never imagined. Your obedience made you available. Now heaven is making you unstoppable, the moment your spirit outgrew your past. Chosen one, you may not have realized it, but you outgrew entire versions of yourself without even trying. You outgrew the environments that once felt comfortable. You outgrew the people who once felt familiar. You outgrew the habits that once felt normal. Your spirit evolved faster than your surroundings. That's why everything that wasn't aligned started falling away naturally. It wasn't rejection, it was elevation. Your past couldn't hold the weight of your destiny. So God loosened every attachment pulling you backward. The spiritual maturity you developed in silence. While others chased attention, you chased wisdom. While others wanted validation, you wanted truth. While others followed impulses, you followed conviction. This spiritual maturity didn't come easy. It came from seasons of isolation. Seasons where God taught you more in the silence than people ever taught you in conversation. You learned discernment. You learned patience. You learned what love actually feels like. And now those lessons are elevating you far above those who once doubted you. The shift in your atmosphere. Ever notice how the room feels different when you walk in? How conversations shift? how energy adjusts, how people either open up to you or retreat from you. This is spiritual presence. The atmosphere responds to your alignment. Your obedience didn't just upgrade your life, it upgraded your frequency. You walk with a vibration that either heals or exposes. Nothing stays the same around you. The layers God removed to reveal the real you. Chosen one, you aren't who you used to be. God peeled layers off you. Layers of trauma. Layers of insecurity. Layers of doubt. Layers of fear. Every layer removed revealed a deeper version of you. A truer version. A stronger version. A holier version. This is why people from your past don't recognize you anymore. They're meeting a version of you they were never meant to walk with. The power of spiritual clean hands. Blessings didn't come to you because you were perfect. They came because your heart stayed clean. You didn't fight dirty. You didn't seek revenge. You didn't sabotage. You didn't use manipulation. You trusted God to handle what your emotions couldn't. And that restraint, that purity, that maturity, is why heaven is trusting you with more now. Clean hands hold bigger blessings. The reason God let some people fail you. You didn't lose them. God exposed them. He let people disappoint you, so you'd stop idolizing loyalty from the wrong hearts. He allowed betrayal, so you'd stop giving access to those who never respected your calling. Every disappointment was direction. Every heartbreak was redirection. Every betrayal was protection. Your obedience helped you walk away. God's guidance is helping you stay away. The authority you have over darkness now. There was a time when spiritual attacks overwhelmed you. Now they can't even get close. Your obedience built a shield around your life. Your spirit grew stronger than every storm. You're not afraid of darkness anymore, because you finally realized who you are in the kingdom. You don't chase demons. Your presence disturbs them. You don't fear curses. Your calling outranks them. You don't lose battles. Your obedience wins them ahead of time. The abundance that will feel effortless. You suffered for years. You struggled longer than you deserved. But abundance is coming. And this time it will feel effortless. Not because life is easy, but because you are aligned. What used to drain you will now uplift you. What used to confuse you will now bless you. What used to delay you will now accelerate you. This is what divine provision feels like. The silence that protected you. Chosen one, when you stayed silent, people thought you were weak. They thought you had no courage. But the truth was that you were protecting your soul. You were guarding your frequency. You knew that responding everywhere, fighting every battle, was not your path. You understood that patience carries a power the world can't see. And today, that patience has become your shield. It has become the undeniable proof of your elevation. What people mistook for weakness was actually your greatest strength. When God steps in, then there came a moment when you felt exhausted, when you wondered, God, how much longer? And that's when God stepped in. You may not have noticed it, but the direction of your life changed. Doors began opening that you never even knocked on. People started showing up to help you who didn't even know your name. Opportunities appeared like they were being guided by an invisible hand. Why? Because when you tire, God takes over. When you stop, God moves. Why your heart was tested? Your heart was tested, chosen one. You faced betrayal. You endured loneliness. You watched even your closest ones drift away. Every heartbreak deepened your spirit. Every loss awakened you spiritually. The pain you felt is something ordinary people cannot endure. Your heartbreak is proof that you are chosen. Your suffering is the signal of your elevation. Your endurance is your calling. The shift others didn't expect. Those who ignored you are confused now. They wonder, how did their level rise so fast? They don't understand why your life is shifting so rapidly. They don't know, when the world ignores you, God is placing His spotlight on you. Your glow-up shocks them because they weren't ready for this shift. But you were ready because your soul already knew the timing was coming. The secret of divine timing. Chosen one, divine timing is your greatest gift. You never forced your timing. You never rushed God. You waited. And now God is giving you what you never imagined. What arrives before its time can destroy. What arrives in divine timing elevates. Your elevation is just beginning. Your spirit was never ordinary. You've been different since childhood. Your thinking was different. Your feelings were different. Your walk, your words, your energy, all unique. You never fit in because your spirit wasn't made to fit in. Your spirit was made to expand, to grow, to awaken. Your soul carried a frequency that only chosen ones have. That's why the world misunderstood you. That's why people called you odd. You weren't odd, you were divinely designed. Obedience that activated your blessing. Listen carefully. Your greatest power was your obedience. When people went the wrong way, you took the path of patience. When others chose shortcuts, you kept your heart clean. When others fought with ego, you chose silence. People never understood why you had so much discipline. But you knew. Those who listen to God have their lives rearranged by Him. The funding you didn't see coming. Now what is happening is not the result of your effort. It's the reward for your obedience. God is funding your life in ways you can't even comprehend yet. Your spirit is upgrading. Your mind is rewiring. Your destiny is being rerouted. Blessings are coming to you that you never even tried to manifest. Because when you choose the right path, God always rewards it. The rise that cannot be stopped. Your rise is now unstoppable. People will try to stop you, gossip about you, doubt you. But your elevation isn't from humans, it's from God. When God initiates a rise, no human can stop it. You are stepping into your purpose. Your destiny is activated. And your presence alone is going to shake the world. The blessings that follow alignment. Chosen one, when your spirit aligned, your path shifted. Things that once required years of effort are now happening effortlessly. Opportunities that were blocked are suddenly opening. Connections that were delayed are coming straight to you. This is what happens when your internal world becomes clean. Your mindset, your intentions, your heart, all finally synced with God's plan. Your alignment created acceleration. Your obedience created overflow. The vision only you could see. You always carried a vision others couldn't understand. They laughed at it. They doubted it. They tried to talk you out of it. But the vision wasn't given to them, it was given to you. That's why only your spirit could recognize it. Only your heart could feel it. Only your soul could carry it. Now those same people are watching your vision turn into reality. And they don't understand how you knew the direction before the path even existed. Your spirit became too loud for the wrong people. The deeper you stepped into your purpose, the more uncomfortable your presence became for certain people. They didn't hate you. They hated the truth your energy exposed in them. Your growth highlighted their stagnation. Your peace revealed their chaos. Your obedience revealed their disobedience. That's why some people disappeared. Your spirit grew too loud for their comfort. The universe responds to your heart now. Your heart is different now. You're not reacting out of fear anymore. You're not acting from insecurity anymore. You're not seeking approval anymore. Your actions come from a place of clarity. Your choices come from a place of purpose. Your direction comes from a place of divine guidance. That's why the universe responds faster to you now. Your energy carries authority. Your words carry weight. Your intentions carry power. The shift in your spiritual rank. Chosen one, your spiritual rank increased. You might not see it with your eyes, but your soul feels it. Your presence holds more authority. Your intuition is sharper. Your spirit is louder. Every storm you survived raised your rank. Every heartbreak expanded your wisdom. Every betrayal strengthened your spirit. You don't walk like you used to. You don't perceive like you used to. You don't move like you used to. You walk as someone heaven trusts. Why God hid you before elevating you. There was a reason God hid you for so long. You weren't invisible, you were being protected. If people had seen who you really were too early, they would have tried to destroy you before your purpose took shape. God hid your potential until the right moment. He hid your gifts until you were grounded. He hid your glow until you could carry it with humility. He hid your blessings until your spirit matured enough to handle them. Now the hiding season is over. Now He is revealing you. And the world will not be ready for what they're about to see. The stage is being built around your calling. You may feel like nothing is happening, but behind the scenes, everything is moving. People are being placed in position. Opportunities are being rearranged. Doors are being prepared. Paths are being cleared. God is building a stage around your calling. A stage you didn't ask for. A stage you didn't chase. A stage you didn't force. But a stage you were born to stand on. The favor that breaks logic. Blessings are coming that won't make sense. Success that doesn't match your background. Opportunities that don't match your qualifications. Connections that don't match your environment. This is divine favor. It breaks logic. It breaks patterns. It breaks limitations. People will say how. But you will know God, life God is funding for you. And now, you're stepping into the part of your story where God funds your life. Not people. Not luck. Not circumstances. God. The same God you obeyed when obedience was painful. The same God you trusted when nothing made sense. The same God you followed when everyone else walked away. He is now financing your steps, your growth, your healing, your elevation. This is your divine acceleration. Chosen one, if this message shook your spirit, that means God is confirming your season. Your obedience has activated blessings that can't be stopped. I want you to comment below right now, type, "I receive it," if you feel God funding your life, and share what blessing you see coming your way first. Don't overthink it. Your words could awaken another chosen one reading this. Hit like, subscribe to Chosen Wave, and tag a friend who needs this confirmation today. Remember, your comment isn't just engagement, it's a declaration of your awakening. Make it count.